Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy D Calico in the building. You already know what time it is. Just finna pop it off like this first, though.
You couldn't be a Moor if you wanted to. It's expensive. No, it is price is what I'm born to do. We inventors, we invented right. You thought that boiling you, you just beginning to get this knowledge. Now watch what math will do, your aptitude. You can't pass this test, your words ain't applicable. Since you tried to divide my people, well then I'm subtracting you. Had to do. And my title J, I got them out the way. On delay. To them, I'm a killer. Just like I'm in Rick. Hot today. No, he not a scholar. He don't got a source. Spit lies against the Moors cause he don't got a choice. Don't stare foot in court. You ain't got a voice. Stand on your square. What Moors doing in court? Always let your paperwork proceed. And affidavits need notary. Stand on nationality. Bet you they tell you I'm battling. Paperwork proceed. And affidavits need notary. Bet you they tell you I'm battling. I should be the one for the gaveling. Your magistrate. Corpus Smith. MJT.
Yeah, get with the program. Yeah, as you can see, title is a Moor founded Chicago. So we're gonna get into some more truth. Boom, boom. Jump in this article or this link. Hmm. Let's see. Well, I could use that one, but I think I want to use the other one. You know, written by some people who speak Creole. I got a better article. Hold on, even better. And obviously, Creole is a language. If you hip, you already know. Pretty sure y'all know. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, we're gonna deal with it. Let me blow it. Should I blow it up even any more for you? Well, Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, the father of Chicago, the first Haitian on a postage stamp. First Haitian to get his own Black Heritage stamp. Yeah, all of this coming from Creole.com. Yeah, this is from, some true Zopound. Some real Haitians, of course. None generic. But yeah, Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, 1745. Peace to Brandon Windham. Born about 1745 or between 1750. Saint Mark, Saint Dominique, or Saint Domingo, which is now Haiti, of course. Died August 28th, 1828. Matter of fact, I'm gonna blow the lettering up so y'all can see it too. Yeah, that should be good. Dusable was born on the island of Haiti. His father was a sea captain and his mother an ex-slave. Dusable was educated in France before settling in America with his Native American bride, Catherine. And Dusable went on to be a successful pioneer entrepreneur, establishing the first permanent trading post on the Chicago River in 1779. Hmm? So we know everything popped off in 1776 and 1778 and 1799, 79. And that's all about the founding of America, as of the United States. He was officially recognized in 1968 by the state of Illinois for having been the founder of Chicago. Yeah, yeah. The jewel of the mile. They call it the Wrigley Building. Hmm? And it got some Moorish architecture to me. I know what I'm looking at. I see it. That ancient shapes and structures. That's definitely Moorish architecture. But you know, why wouldn't they emulate that nowadays? But anyways, the jewel of the mile, the gleaming white Wrigley Building, is one of America's most famous office towers, located on Michigan Avenue on the north bank of the Chicago River, at the southernmost point of Chicago's magnificent mile. The Wrigley Building consists of two sections connected by an open walkway at street level and two enclosed walkways. The reason it's important is the Wrigley Building sits on the approximate site of the home of Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, Chicago's first settler. Some historians say that Jean Baptiste's glory was here first, but he didn't stay long and no one knows too much about him. So first settler award usually goes to DuSable. DuSable's cabin was 40 feet long, and he owned 44 hens, 38 hogs, 30 cattle, two calves, and two mules. He was Chicago's first tycoon. Yeah, that was big money back then, you know, but still, still money. At one time, the 16th floor boardroom of the William Wrigley Jr. Chewing Gum Company also housed the world's finest chewing gum wrapper museum, whatever, but boom. Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, founder of Chicago. DuSable was said to have been born a free black in Saint Mark, Saint Dominique, or Saint Domingo, which is Haiti. He was the son, like I say this from Creole.com. And if you know, Creole is the language of Haiti. So, this is, like I say, coming from the real Zopano, But the son of a French mariner and African-born slave mother, his father took him to France to be educated. In the early 1700s, he made his way up the Mississippi to the Chicago area. Here he established a trading post on the north bank of the Chicago River mouth. His business prospered and became the center of a permanent Chicago settlement. His trading post was the main supply station for white trappers, traders, les coureurs, des boys, and the natives. DuSable made many trips to Canada to bring back furs, and it was reported that he was very closely associated with the French in New France. Because that's what this is. This is New France that we know of. That's not the the true Franks or the original before the word Frank, of course. When all of it was part of the Mari Empire. It was only 1968 that he was finally recognized as the man who founded Chicago. They didn't want to give a Haitian or Moor his credit. DuSable's that sate on. Oh, okay. Well, they wrote the same thing. They wrote all of that we just read, also in Creole. Because, like I said, this is coming from the real Zopan. This is the real Zos, the real Haitians, who done their research on their motherland, wrote this. But Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, a black man of Haitian and French descent, settled on the bank of Chicago. Yep, we just read all that. Wow. Only a few notes and legal documents survive to attest to the deeds of Jean Baptiste Point du Sable, but he is remembered as one of the most remarkable men of his time and as the founder of what became the cornerstone of America's heartland, Chicago. A merchant farmer, fur trader, and administrator, about 1773, DuSable built a trading post on the banks of Chicago, on the banks of the Chicago River that was, by all accounts, grandiose for his time. By 1784, his development had grown to include a house renowned for its elaborate furnishings and modern conveniences, two barns, a mill, a dairy, a bakehouse, a poultry house, a workshop, stable, and livestock holdings. Yeah, that's self sufficiency right there. That's what we need. His character was such that in 1780, Native Americans in the Lake Michigan region successfully petitioned their British protectors to name DuSable as the administrator of their affairs. Yeah, can't blame him, huh? And that's when it's up to we the people. You feel me? The people deemed him good enough to be, govern them. They wasn't gonna let no Quakers, no conquistadors govern them. No, they made sure it was somebody that all sides respected. All right, we back because yeah, they trying to interfere with my Wi-Fi and everything. Come on now, but boom, right? That's I want to touch on. They don't really want you to connect the dots, so they don't want you to understand that DuSable is, like I say, he was Haitian, and we gotta also look at things. Oh, let me see. We gotta also look at things like, of course, the timeline. So, you know, like I say, he's Haitian. He's running things from there to Chicago around that time, and this time that we're talking about, it's the same time as the Haitian Revolution. Mm. So yeah, and I'm sure we know this was the most bloodiest war in American or French history. For those who think he was French and all that kind of stuff, or don't quite understand how Haiti, stood their ground and was the most bloodiest day in French history, but especially of that time. But the Haitian Revolution was a successful insurrection by self-liberated, they call all us slaves. Just like they say, all those dark-skinned people are African, against French colonial rule in Saint Domingo, now the sovereign state of Haiti. The revolt began on the 22nd August of 1791 and ended in 1804. Yeah, I hope we were looking at our timeline with DuSable. The timeline with him, of course, he didn't die till 1818. And born from around 1745 or between 1745 and 1750. So obviously DuSable, the general he was popping at that time, in that specific time. So what they don't want you to put together is that he the real Nat Turner. Du Sable was a part of this revolution, mhm, holding things down to and fro from, like I say, all throughout America, all the way back down to Haiti. He was real Moor. Obviously Moor means traveler, but yeah, he was definitely that. So this Haitian Revolution of 1804, and we cite the year 1804 because that's when it ended, but it could be called 1791. It started in 1791. So I believe that we're looking at the real Nat Turner. Before Nat Turner, for real. But yeah, y'all definitely make sure y'all look into him. I got some more because I wanted to touch on Chicago itself. Let me get well, let me get on this next one. Let me tell y'all what only D Calico gonna tell you. Let me show you. Is this it? Oh, this is. Let me see. All right, bam. Yep, this is it. Yeah, like I say, ain't nobody else gonna tell you this. Is that my screen kitchen? Okay. Yeah, but Chicago. As you see, I made this post 2 years ago. But let me see. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, Chicago is named after Chicagoua, you know, a native word, which I'm gonna get more into in a second. Chicago is named after Chicagoua, which describes, I'm just, trying to shorten things down and make a little post. You're gonna put so many words, but Chicago is named after Chicagoua, which describes a wild leek. If we know what leeks are, they're comparable to an onion. It's like a garlic of an onion. You know, like I said, which is my family's name, and these family members I'm really speaking of are from Chicago. So Chicago's true name, which is my family name, which is my family's name from Chicago. So Chicago's true name is Leek. Well, that's just a way for me to break it down. Really, I'm saying that Chicago is named after my bloodline, which is the Leeks, because the Leek is what they were naming. It is where they get the name Chicagoua from the wild leek. And like I was showing right here, just my cousin name. So, showing the leek. There's a lot of us. Well, it's not many in the world, obviously. I mean, honestly, if you met one, then we all related, to be honest with you, because it's not that many. From my research, it's like 10,000, they say, in America, if that. But yeah, hold on, let me get deep into the Chicagoua for you. You can always go a little further than that. All right, all right, all right. What happened to it? Mm, I think this is it. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna always get into a little etymology. And let me bookmark this page. I like that. Yeah, but Chicago. The name Chicago derives from a word spoken by the Miami or Miami and Illinois people, meaning striped skunk. We know that skunks smell. They smell real bad, you know. And this is a word they also applied to the wild leek, known to later botanists as Allium trachocum, you know, trachocum. This became the Indian name for the Chicago River in recognition of the presence of wild leeks in the watershed. When early French explorers began adopting the word with a variety of spellings in the late 17th century, so they did not make the word, they adopted it, and it came to refer to the site at the mouth of the Chicago River. Mhm. Like I was saying, Winston John F. Chicagoua / Chicago, the origin meaning the etymology of a place name. Illinois Historical Journal. Yep. So, boom. So yeah, I'm gonna touch on the name Baptiste too, then, because I know how people are about them. About them names, they want Baptiste to be a Frenchman name only or so bad. Obviously we can tell that Baptiste just means like a Baptist. That's what the name means. But anybody who has a lot of Haitian friends, they'll know certain names are Haitian names, like Paul, like Baptiste, and pretty much all of the French, the dark skinned men when you're gonna meet with French names are Haitian. They're not from France, and that's been like that for a long time, very, very long time. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the name Baptiste is a French given name or surname. It may be a shortened form of Jean Baptiste. Huh? What does Jean Baptiste mean? It means John the Baptist. Hmm? Jean Baptiste, John Baptist, or John the Baptiste, So in French, you say Jean Baptiste. Yeah. Correspondingly, what kind of name is Baptiste? Well, it means Baptist in French, originally deriving from Greek, meaning to dip, because that's what you have to do to baptize. But, it was really the word bap, which they would, you know, anoint someone, with oils and stuff. You bap them. You bap the head with the oil or whatever, with a little dab, basically. But to go all the way in is to be baptized. This name is usually given in honor to Saint John the Baptist, and as such, it is often paired with the name Jean. Also, is Baptiste a boy name? The name Baptiste is a boy's name of French origin, meaning to dip. People also ask, where does the name Baptiste come from? Last name Baptiste. This surname is usually described as being French, but more accurately should be said to be of ancient Greek or Roman origins, which would make it part of the Mari languages. Yeah. Before Rome, it was ancient Mari, So it's not the Romance languages, it's the Mari languages, what we call Moorish Latin, which they'll definitely tell you is Old Latin, not to be confused with Spanish. Latin is not the Spanish language. people who know Spanish don't know Latin. That's why we call it Moorish Latin in conscious community, or in the Moorish community. It derives from the word Baptist, a derivative of baptine, a Greek word which translates as to bathe or dip. Is Baptiste a Haitian name? Alexandra Eric Sebastian Georges, born and raised in Haiti. Most Haitian names are French names like Pierre, Jean, Baptiste, Marie, etc. And some come from the Bible, the French version. Others come from the French history and culture in general. Sable, meaning only God. There's an Haitian senator called that. So that looks like the word diesel, diesel, diesel. And then you got L in diesel. So that really means only God. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Let's see what anything. Make sure I ain't leave no stones left unturned. You know, I don't try to stay and kick out, talk y'all heads off and then that ain't really my MO. Definitely gonna drop the jewels though. Let's see what I got for you. Oh, let me see. All right. Y'all can always leave in the comment section with, what y'all might want to hear next, or what we need to learn about, speak about, teach about, whatever that is. I'm open to it. So y'all can always hit me up, like I see in the comment section, or holler at me on IG, Facebook. It's all the same, D Calico.
Fire kings, they strong on the song, but they just some lies, man. Kelly Cole on the song, but they just survive, man. I'm Pop's prophecy, my hypotheses. Once Pops dropped the seed, had to drop down the knees. And I'm not the king, well, I'm reaching dreams as hard as it seems. I'm dropping balls like leaves, I'm truth hard to believe. Just come to plant the seed, turn the plant to a tree. I'm more what the planet needs. Judge a man by his deeds, I'm helping more to succeed, as I'm more supposed to be. We the same family tree, but you cut from a different bark. Got heart, but it's different heart. Got eyes that can't see. And the side people we tear apart. This work till we do apart. This war, but it's still a heart. We still ain't free. At the Martin, we're still a march. Some like Malcolm, black as spades, but I'm the king of hearts. Name the system again. Still steal bars, king and lock. Hell is a cell. You literally think in a box, no bond, no bail. Like the shit that didn't kill a cost. I only get a lot of money when I say I kill a block. Cause I feel it jumping. This middle and the block is hot. Dealer keep the cars coming. If you want to play it, not dealer keep the cars coming. If you want to play it, not. I fired. Call ambulance. I fired. Like fire can't say they strong on the song, but it's just some lies, man. Kelly Cole on the song, but they just survive, man. I fired. Call ambulance. I fired. Like fire can't say they strong on the song, but it's just some lies, man. Kelly Cole on the song, but they just survive, man. I heard they hate dark skin, so I guess they hate a lot. They really gotta hate when they see a player made it out. No bars, no cage, no locked doors. You feel me now? It's a lot at stake. Hope